action, legislation, laws, considered collectively, laws, statutes, acts, legal framework, non-profit organizations, organizations that operate for a social cause, not to make profit, charitable organizations, NGO, voluntary sector, public benefit, volunteerism. The practice of volunteering one's time for a cause, volunteering, service, charity work. Altruism, social innovation, new strategies, concepts, or organizations designed to address social issues, social entrepreneurship, creative solutions, social change, problem solving, digital divide, the gap between those who have access to technology and those who do not, technology gap, internet inequality, digital inequality, access inequality, globalization. The process of interaction and integration among people, companies, and governments, worldwide integration. Global integration, cross-border relations, global interconnectedness, social justice, the concept of creating a fair and equal society, equality, fairness, justice, equity, prejudice, preconceived opinion not based on reason or experience, bias, discrimination, stereotyping, intolerance, immigration, the movement of people into a country to live permanently, migration, relocation. Settlement, resettlement, minorities, groups within a population who differ from the majority, marginalized groups, underrepresented groups, ethnic groups, disadvantaged groups, exploitation, the action or fact of treating someone unfairly for personal gain, abuse, misuse, manipulation, oppression, volunteering, the act of offering services without pay, voluntary work, community service, charity work, altruistic service, charity. An organization that helps those in need, philanthropy, generosity, relief effort, non-profit. Community service, voluntary work intended to help people in a particular area or community, volunteering, public service, civic duty, social service, affirmative action, policy aimed at increasing opportunities for underrepresented groups, equal opportunity, positive discrimination, diversity initiatives, quotas, fair trade. Trade in which fair prices are paid to producers in developing countries, ethical trade, just trade, trade justice, sustainable trade. Social security, government system providing financial assistance to people in need, welfare, public assistance, social welfare, pension system, elderly care, services and support provided to older adults, senior care, aging care, geriatric care, retirement support, healthcare access, the ability to obtain medical services or care, medical access, health availability, health services. Care accessibility, education inequality, unequal distribution of academic resources and opportunities, educational disparity, learning inequality, academic unfairness, educational injustice, public health, the health of the population as a whole and efforts to improve it, community health, population health, health policy, preventive health, sustainability, the ability to maintain ecological balance and meet the needs of the present without compromising future generations. Environmentalism, ecological balance, conservation, green. Development, human trafficking, the illegal trade of humans for purposes such as forced labor, sexual exploitation, slavery, forced migration, exploitation, trafficking, prison reform, changes to improve the conditions and effectiveness of the prison system, penal reform, criminal justice reform, incarceration reform, justice system overhaul, labor rights. Legal rights related to working conditions and employment, workers' rights, employment rights, workplace rights, industrial rights, income disparity, the difference in income levels among individuals or groups, income inequality, wage gap, economic inequality, pay gap, food insecurity, the condition of not having enough food to meet basic nutritional needs, hunger, malnutrition, starvation, food scarcity, debt relief, measures taken to reduce or forgive outstanding debt, loan forgiveness, financial relief. Debt reduction, debt cancellation, youth unemployment. The situation where young people, typically aged 16 to 24, are unable to find work, teen joblessness, young adult joblessness, employment challenges, unemployment crisis, workplace diversity, the inclusion of individuals from different backgrounds, cultures, and demographics, cultural diversity, inclusive workplace, equal opportunity, workplace inclusion, gender discrimination. unfair treatment based on gender or sex, sexism, gender bias, gender inequality, gender prejudice, political participation, involvement in activities related to governance, voting, or civic duties, civic engagement, electoral participation, voting rights, political involvement, freedom of speech, the right to express one's opinions without censorship or restraint, free speech, expression rights, speech liberty, open discourse, media bias. The distortion or slanting of information to favor particular viewpoints, media manipulation, partiality, press bias, news distortion, social media, websites and applications for social interaction and networking, social networks, online platforms, digital media, virtual platforms, online harassment, bullying or harmful behavior conducted over the internet, cyberbullying, internet abuse, online bullying, virtual harassment, cyberbullying, the use of digital platforms to harass, threaten, or harm others, online harassment, digital bullying, internet abuse, virtual bullying, public housing, government-subsidized housing provided to low-income individuals, social housing, affordable housing, government housing, low-income housing, affordable housing, housing that is reasonably priced and accessible to low or middle-income individuals, low-cost housing, subsidized housing, cheap housing, income-based housing, voting rights, the legal right to participate in elections by casting a vote. Electoral rights, suffrage, franchise. Ballot rights, political corruption, the misuse of political power for personal gain, bribery, political dishonesty, abuse of power, cronyism, economic disparity, the uneven distribution of economic wealth or resources, wealth inequality, income gap, economic inequality, financial disparity, wealth gap, the difference in wealth between individuals or groups, income gap. Financial divide, economic disparity, wealth inequality, tax evasion, the illegal act of not paying taxes owed to the government, tax fraud, tax avoidance, financial evasion, tax avoidance, climate change, long-term changes in temperature, weather patterns, and other environmental factors, global warming, environmental change, climate crisis, global climate shift, social inclusion, the process of ensuring that all individuals, especially marginalized groups, are fully included in society. Social integration, equality, community inclusion, diversity. Acceptance, corporate social responsibility, the responsibility of businesses to contribute positively to society, business ethics, social responsibility, corporate accountability, ethical business practices, consumer rights, the legal rights of individuals as consumers, including the right to safety and fairness, buyer protection, consumer protection, purchasing rights, fair trade rights, food waste. The discarding or loss of food that could have been consumed. Wasted food, food loss, unused food, food discard, mental illness stigma, the negative perception or discrimination against those with mental health issues, mental health bias, psychological stigma, social stigma, health stigma, income inequality, the unequal distribution of income among the population, income disparity, wealth gap, financial inequality, economic disparity, affordable education. Education that is reasonably priced and accessible to all individuals. Low-cost education, accessible education, subsidized education, education affordability, social policy, guidelines and regulations created to address social issues, public policy, social program, welfare policy, civic policy, crisis response, actions taken to address and manage emergencies or crises, emergency response, disaster management, crisis management, disaster response, peacekeeping. The maintenance of peace through international intervention and diplomacy, conflict resolution, peace enforcement, diplomacy, mediation, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, organizations that operate independently from the government to address social issues, charities, voluntary organizations, civil society, advocacy groups, philanthropy, the desire to promote the welfare of others through charitable donations and actions, charity, altruism. Generosity, social giving, trade unions, organizations formed by workers to protect their rights and interests, worker unions, labor unions, employee associations, industrial unions, legal aid, free or low-cost legal assistance provided to those who cannot afford it, legal assistance, public defender, legal services, court aid, employment rights, the legal rights of individuals in the workplace, labor rights, worker rights, employment protections, job rights. Childhood education, education provided to young children, often before they enter primary school, early education, preschool education, nursery education, primary education, sibling, a brother or sister. Brother, sister, kin, family member, spouse, a husband or wife. Partner, husband, wife, significant other, marriage, a legally or formally recognized union between two people. Matrimony, wedding, union, partnership, divorce, the legal dissolution of a marriage. Separation, breakup, dissolution, split, child, a young person, typically under the age of 18. Kid, juvenile, offspring, minor, guardian, a person who is legally responsible for the care of a child. Caregiver, custodian, protector, supervisor, custody, the legal right to take care of a child after divorce or separation. Guardianship, care, supervision, charge, adoption, the legal process of taking a child into one's family as their own. Fostering, guardianship, embrace, acceptance, extended family, a family that includes relatives beyond the nuclear family, e.g., uncles, aunts. Extended kin, larger family, ancestry, blood relatives, nuclear family, a family consisting of parents and their children. Immediate family, core family, close family, direct family, grandparents, the parents of one's father or mother. Grandmother, grandfather, elders, ancestors, relatives, family members. Kin, relations, blood relatives, family, kinship, the state of being related to others, especially by blood. Family ties, relationship, lineage, bloodline, parenting, the practice of raising and caring for children. Child rearing, upbringing, rearing, nurturing, upbringing, the way in which a child is raised. Childcare, raising, rearing, nurture, household, a group of people living together in one home. Family unit, home, dwelling, residence, caregiver, a person who provides care for another, especially in a family context. Nurse, attendant, helper, supporter, partnership, a relationship between two people or organizations who work together. Collaboration, cooperation, alliance, association, intimacy, close familiarity, affection, and emotional closeness. Closeness, affection, familiarity, attachment, affection, a feeling of fondness or tenderness. Love, fondness, warmth, attachment, trust, firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone or something. Confidence, faith, reliance, assurance, support, providing help or assistance to someone in need. Assistance, aid, help, backing, conflict, a serious disagreement or argument. Dispute, struggle, clash, argument, resolution, the process of resolving a conflict or problem. Settlement, solution, decision, conclusion, communication, the process of exchanging information or feelings. Interaction, dialogue, conversation, exchange, bond, a strong connection or relationship. Connection, attachment, link, tie, love, an intense feeling of deep affection. Adoration, affection, passion, care, commitment, a pledge or dedication to a cause, person, or relationship. Dedication, devotion, loyalty, allegiance, dependence, relying on someone or something for support or help. Reliance, subordination, need, addiction, independence, the state of being self-sufficient and not reliant on others. Autonomy, self-reliance, freedom, self-sufficiency, foster care, temporary care for children whose parents are unable to care for them. Temporary care, guardianship, child placement, residential care, stepfamily, a family formed when one or both parents have remarried. Blended family, reconstituted family, second family, remarried family, single parent, a parent raising their child or children without the assistance of a partner. Lone parent, unmarried parent, sole caregiver, single mother/father, family dynamics, the interactions and relationships between family members. Family structure, family roles, family relationships, household dynamics, relationship counseling, professional help given to couples to resolve issues and improve relationships. Marriage therapy, couples counseling, relationship therapy, reconciliation, the restoration of friendly relations after a conflict. Resolution, settlement, reunion, peacemaking, estrangement, the state of being alienated or distant from someone, usually a family member. Alienation, separation, distance, breakup, generational gap, differences in opinions, values, and attitudes between generations. Age gap, generation divide, age difference, cultural gap, sibling rivalry, competition or conflict between siblings, often for attention or resources. Sibling competition, brotherly conflict, sisterly rivalry, family conflict, empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. Compassion, sympathy, understanding, sensitivity, compromise, an agreement or settlement of a dispute through mutual concession. Settlement, agreement, concession, negotiation, trustworthiness, the ability to be relied on as honest and truthful. Reliability, dependability, integrity, honesty, respect, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something due to their qualities. Regard, esteem, honor, reverence, attachment, a strong emotional bond with someone or something. Affection, connection, bond, love, rearing, the process of bringing up or raising children. Parenting, upbringing, nurturing, child rearing, cohabitation, the act of living together in a long-term relationship without being married. Living together, domestic partnership, unmarried couple, common law marriage, breakup, the end of a romantic relationship. Separation, split, divorce, parting, reunion, the act of coming together again after being apart. Gathering, homecoming, meeting, assembly, engagement, the formal agreement to marry someone. Betrothal, proposal, commitment, promise, a family, a group consisting of parents and children or relatives living together. Household, kin, clan, tribe, single parent, a parent raising a child without the involvement of the other parent. Lone parent, unmarried parent, sole guardian, single caregiver, children, young human beings below the age of adulthood. Kids, juveniles, offspring, minors, siblings, brothers and sisters in a family. Brothers, sisters, kin, family members, family ties, the relationships and connections within a family. Family bonds, kinship, blood relations, family connection, blended family, a family consisting of parents and children from previous relationships. Stepfamily, reconstituted family, remarried family, mixed family, in-laws, relatives by marriage, such as mother-in-law, father-in-law. Relatives, affinal relations, family by marriage, extended family, elderly care, the provision of care and assistance for older adults. Senior care, geriatric care, old age care, aging care, family values, principles or standards that guide the relationships and behavior within a family. Family beliefs, core values, family traditions, moral principles, parent-child relationship, the emotional and social connection between a parent and their child. Parent-child bond, family connection, parent-child dynamic, parental relationship, emotional support, providing empathy, care, and understanding to others in times of need. Encouragement, comfort, consolation, sympathy, mutual respect, the feeling of regard and consideration shared between two or more people. Reciprocal respect, shared respect, bilateral respect, respectful interaction, friendship, a close relationship between two or more people based on mutual affection. Companionship, fellowship, camaraderie, amity, romantic relationship, a connection based on love and affection between two people. Love affair, partnership, love connection, intimate relationship, long-distance relationship, a romantic relationship where partners are geographically separated. Distant love, remote relationship, cross-border romance, geographically distant love, open relationship, a relationship where partners agree to allow each other to have other romantic or sexual relationships. Non-exclusive relationship, flexible partnership, non-monogamous relationship, casual relationship. Marriage proposal, the act of asking someone to marry you. Engagement request, wedding proposal, proposal for marriage, betrothal offer, wedding, the ceremony in which two people are married. Marriage ceremony, nuptials, bridal ceremony, matrimony, anniversary, the yearly recurrence of a significant event, especially a wedding. Yearly celebration, commemoration, milestone, remembrance, separation, the action or state of moving or being moved apart. Split, divorce, breakup, detachment, domestic partnership, a relationship where two people live together and share a domestic life, without being married. Cohabitation, common law marriage, live-in relationship, domestic union, conflict resolution, the process of resolving a dispute or disagreement. Dispute resolution, problem solving, mediation, reconciliation, co-parenting, shared responsibility and cooperation between parents for raising children. Joint parenting, shared parenting, parental collaboration, collaborative parenting, boundaries, limits or rules set in relationships for personal space and emotional safety. Limits, guidelines, restrictions, barriers, support system, a network of people who provide emotional, financial, or other types of help. Safety net, care network, helping hand, assistance network, household chores, tasks related to maintaining a home, such as cleaning and cooking. Domestic duties, housework, household tasks, home responsibilities, duties or obligations that individuals are expected to fulfill. Duties, obligations, tasks, commitments, family traditions, rituals or customs passed down through generations within a family. Family customs, ancestral practices, family rituals, heritage traditions, parenting styles, the way in which parents choose to raise their children, such as authoritative or permissive. Child-rearing approach, parenting method, child-raising strategy, parental approach, discipline, the practice of training children to behave in an acceptable way. Punishment, instruction, behavior correction, control, generational conflict, disagreements or tension between different age groups, often between parents and children. Age gap conflict, intergenerational tension, family disagreement, youth versus adult conflict, parent-teacher relationship, the interaction and communication between a child's parents and teachers. School collaboration, educator-parent bond, parent-educator partnership, parent-teacher interaction, family support network, a group of relatives and friends who provide emotional and practical support. Support circle, family assistance, kinship network, care network, child development, the process by which children grow and develop physical, emotional, and social skills. Child growth, developmental process, childhood progression, child maturation, family counseling, professional advice or therapy for families facing difficulties. Family therapy, counseling sessions, family support services, family therapy sessions, divorce settlement, an agreement made between spouses during a divorce to divide property, custody, etc., divorce agreement, separation settlement, property division, custody agreement, blended family issues, challenges faced by families with children from previous relationships. Step-family problems, reconstituted family issues, mixed family challenges, new family dynamics, elder care, the care and support provided to elderly individuals. Senior care, geriatric care, old age support, care for the elderly, emotional intelligence, the ability to identify and manage one's own emotions, and the emotions of others. Emotional awareness, empathy, social awareness, emotional literacy, family planning, the practice of controlling the number and timing of children in a family. Birth control, reproductive planning, family size management, parenting planning, role model, a person who serves as an example for others, especially children. Example, inspiration, mentor, guide, family support, the help and assistance given by family members to each other. Family care, emotional support, kinship assistance, family aid, interpersonal relationships, the interactions and connections between people. Social relationships, human connections, personal relationships, social ties, socialization, the process of interacting and learning from others in society. Social interaction, community engagement, networking, peer interaction, life stage, a particular phase or period in the life of an individual. Life phase, life period, developmental stage, age phase, inheritances, assets or property passed down from one generation to another. Legacy, bequest, will, estate, parenthood, the state of being a parent, including raising and caring for children. Parenting, parenthood role, child rearing, family responsibility, family obligations, duties and responsibilities that one has toward their family members. Family duties, family responsibilities, kin obligations, family commitments, affectionate behavior, actions that show love and warmth toward others. Loving gestures, tenderness, caring actions, compassionate behavior, intergenerational communication, communication between different generations, often within families. Cross-generational communication, family dialogue, generational exchange, elder-young dialogue, family bond, a deep connection shared among family members. Family tie, kinship bond, family attachment, blood connection, commitment issues, difficulties in making or maintaining long-term commitments in relationships. Relationship struggles, fear of commitment, insecurity in relationships, uncertainty in partnerships, family issues, problems or challenges that arise within a family unit. Family conflicts, domestic problems, family struggles, household tensions, cultural traditions, customs, rituals, or practices passed down within a culture or society. Cultural practices, ancestral rituals, heritage customs, ethnic traditions, life partner, a person with whom one shares a long-term romantic and/or domestic relationship. Significant other, spouse, companion, partner. Consumer, a person who buys goods and services for personal use. Buyer, shopper, purchaser, client, purchase, the act of buying something. Buy, acquire, obtain, procure, brand, a specific identity or name associated with a product or company. Label, trademark, logo, product line, discount, a reduction in price. Price reduction, rebate, markdown, promotion, sale, the exchange of goods or services for money. Bargain, deal, transaction, discounted items, bargain, something bought at a lower price than usual. Deal, discount, special offer, steal, merchandise, goods that are bought and sold. Products, goods, stock, inventory, shopping mall, a large retail complex with various stores and services. Shopping center, mall, plaza, retail complex, e-commerce, the buying and selling of goods or services over the internet. Online shopping, internet shopping, digital commerce, online retail, online shopping, the act of purchasing products or services through the internet. E-commerce, internet shopping, web shopping, virtual shopping, market, a place where goods are bought and sold, or the activity of buying and selling. Marketplace, trade, bazaar, retail sector, supermarket, a large self-service store selling food and household items. Grocery store, food market, hypermarket, convenience store, grocery, food and other products sold in a supermarket or store. Groceries, foodstuffs, provisions, produce, luxury goods, expensive items that are not essential but desired for comfort or prestige. High-end goods, premium products, designer items, upscale products, customer service, assistance provided to customers before, during, and after purchasing. Support, help desk, service, assistance, return policy, rules a store or company has regarding the return of products. Refund policy, exchange policy, returns procedure, return guidelines, refund, money given back to a customer for a return product. Reimbursement, repayment, return, compensation, warranty, a promise a manufacturer makes to repair or replace a product if it breaks. Guarantee, assurance, service contract, protection plan, receipt, a document that proves a purchase has been made. Proof of purchase, invoice, bill, transaction record, cashier, a person who operates the checkout in a store. Clerk, till operator, register operator, checkout assistant, checkout, the place in a store where you pay for goods or services. Register, payment counter, cash desk, billing counter, price tag, a label showing the cost of an item. Price label, cost tag, product tag, item label, shopping cart, a virtual cart used in online shopping to store items before purchase. Basket, trolley, cart, shopping basket, queue, a line of people waiting for something. Line, waiting line, standby, row, shopping list, a list of items to be bought. List of items, purchase list, buying list, grocery list, impulse buy, a spontaneous purchase made without planning. Spontaneous purchase, unplanned buy, quick buy, sudden purchase, window shopping, looking at goods in a store without intending to buy. Browsing, casual shopping, strolling, non-buying shopping, loyalty program, a system that rewards customers for repeat purchases. Reward program, membership benefits, frequent shopper plan, point system, gift voucher, a prepaid certificate that can be used to buy goods at a store. Gift card, store credit, voucher, prepaid card, credit card, a payment card issued by a bank allowing the holder to borrow funds. Charge card, payment card, bank card, plastic card, debit card, a payment card that draws directly from a bank account. Bank card, check card, plastic card, ATM card, mobile payment, a payment method using a mobile device. Phone payment, digital wallet, mobile transaction, app payment, delivery, the act of bringing goods to the customer's location. Shipping, dispatch, distribution, drop-off, shipping, the process of sending goods to customers. Delivery, transport, dispatch, freight, unboxing, the act of removing items from their packaging, often shared online. Opening, revealing, displaying, unwrapping, product review, an evaluation of a product's quality and performance, usually by customers. Evaluation, rating, feedback, review, consumer rights, legal protections for consumers in transactions. Customer rights, consumer protection, buyer's rights, shopper's rights, sustainability, the ability to maintain environmental health while meeting human needs. Environmental friendliness, green practices, eco-friendliness, resource conservation, ethical shopping, the practice of buying products that have been produced in an ethical way. Fair trade shopping, responsible purchasing, conscious buying, eco-friendly shopping, second-hand, items that are previously owned and sold again. Pre-owned, used, thrifted, recycled, thrift store, a store that sells second-hand goods, usually donated. Charity shop, second-hand shop, consignment store, used goods store, outlet, a store selling goods at reduced prices, often directly from the manufacturer. Factory store, discount store, bargain store, clearance store, consumer trends, patterns in the behaviors and preferences of consumers. Shopping habits, buying trends, consumer behavior, market trends, advertising, the activity of promoting products to potential customers. Promotion, publicity, commercial, marketing, the action or business of promoting products and services. Advertising, promotion, public relations, branding, brand loyalty, the tendency of customers to repeatedly buy the same brand's products. Brand preference, customer loyalty, brand devotion, repeat business, price comparison, the act of comparing the prices of similar products in different stores. Price check, cost comparison, shopping around, price survey, consumerism, the preoccupation with and an inclination toward the buying of consumer goods. Materialism, affluence, consumer culture, excessive consumption, shopping, the action or activity of buying products or services. Buying, purchasing, retail therapy, spending, consumer behavior, the study of how individuals make decisions to purchase goods or services. Buyer behavior, purchasing patterns, shopping habits, spending habits, branding, the process of creating a unique name, image, and reputation for a product. Brand development, brand identity, product positioning, corporate identity, advertisement, a notice or announcement promoting a product, service, or event. Commercial, ad, promotion, publicity, sales, the exchange of goods or services for money. Transactions, deals, discounts, retail transactions, store, a place where goods are sold. Shop, outlet, retail location, market, retailer, a person or business that sells goods to consumers. Vendor, shopkeeper, seller, merchant, shopping spree, a short period of buying a lot of items in one go. Spending spree, buying binge, shopping binge, retail therapy, shopaholic, a person who has a strong desire to shop excessively. Compulsive shopper, shopping addict, retail addict, shopping enthusiast, consumer debt, money owed by consumers to creditors for purchased goods or services. Credit debt, outstanding debt, loan debt, borrowed money, second-hand goods, items that have been used previously and sold again. Pre-owned goods, used items, recycled goods, vintage items, fair trade, trade between companies in developed countries and producers in developing countries to ensure fair wages and conditions. Ethical trade, sustainable trade, just trade, eco-friendly products, products designed to have minimal impact on the environment. Green products, sustainable goods, environmentally friendly, low-impact products. Ethical consumerism, buying products that are produced in a way that is not harmful to people, animals, or the environment. Conscious consumerism, responsible purchasing, moral consumerism, sustainable buying, greenwashing, when a company exaggerates or falsely claims that its products are environmentally friendly. Eco-deception, environmental facade, false advertising, deceptive marketing, fast fashion, cheap, mass-produced clothing that is quickly designed to follow fashion trends. Cheap clothing, trendy clothes, disposable fashion, rapid fashion. Supply chain, the series of steps involved in producing and distributing a product. Production chain, distribution chain, logistics network, delivery network, product lifespan, the length of time a product is expected to last before it becomes obsolete or is no longer functional. Product durability, product longevity, product shelf life, product endurance, counterfeit goods, fake products made to look like real ones, often violating trademarks. Knockoffs, imitation products, fake goods, fraudulent goods, rebate, a partial refund of the purchase price of a product. Refund, discount, cashback, price reduction, subscription service, a service where customers pay regularly to receive a product or service. Membership plan, subscription model, recurring service, regular service, gift card, a prepaid card used as a form of payment at a specific store or brand. Voucher, prepaid card, store credit, gift certificate, product packaging, the materials used to wrap or protect a product for sale. Wrapping, box, container, packaging material, shoplifting, the act of stealing goods from a store. Theft, stealing, larceny, pilfering, retail therapy, shopping to improve one's mood or emotional state. Shopping for comfort, emotional shopping, mood-enhancing shopping, stress relief shopping, buying power, the ability of consumers to purchase goods and services based on their income. Purchasing power, consumer strength, financial ability, spending power, consumer trend, a pattern or shift in consumer behavior. Market trend, buying trend, shopping pattern, consumption habit, payment methods, the ways in which consumers can pay for goods or services. Payment options, payment system, payment solutions, methods of payment, cash payment, paying for a product or service using money. Paper money, currency payment, physical payment, hard cash, digital payment, paying for a product or service using electronic methods like credit cards or apps. Electronic payment, online payment, mobile payment, card payment, store credit, money or credit given to a customer to be used for future purchases. Store balance, shop credit, in-store credit, credit note, consumer surveys, research tools used to understand consumer preferences and behaviors. Market surveys, customer feedback, product surveys, opinion polls, shopping habits, regular behaviors or patterns in the way people shop. Buying habits, consumer behavior, purchasing patterns, shopping routines, price elasticity, the sensitivity of consumers to price changes. Price sensitivity, price responsiveness, demand flexibility, demand elasticity, consumer interest, the level of curiosity or desire for a product or service. Customer interest, market interest, product appeal, buying interest, convenience shopping, shopping in a way that saves time and effort, often at easily accessible locations. Quick shopping, effortless shopping, hassle-free shopping, easy shopping, product launch, the introduction of a new product to the market. Product debut, release, rollout, introduction, product placement, the act of strategically placing products in movies, shows, or other media for advertising purposes. Advertising placement, brand placement, commercial placement, media promotion, discount codes, promotional codes that provide a reduction in price. Promo code, voucher code, coupon code, special code, big box stores, large retail stores that sell a wide variety of goods, typically at lower prices. Warehouse stores, superstores, hypermarkets, megastores, pop-up shop, a temporary retail space or store, often used for promotions or seasonal items. Temporary store, flash shop, short-term store, seasonal store, mall culture, a social phenomenon centered around the experience of shopping in malls. Mall lifestyle, shopping mall culture, retail culture, mall experience, luxury brand, a high-end, prestigious brand known for quality and exclusivity. High-end brand, premium brand, designer brand, elite brand, consumer goods, products intended for personal use, typically purchased by individuals. Goods, products, merchandise, retail products, advertising campaign, a series of promotional activities to advertise a product or service. Marketing campaign, promotional campaign, ad campaign, commercial campaign, retail outlet, a store that sells goods directly to consumers, often at discounted prices. Retail store, sales outlet, discount store, outlet store, customer loyalty, the tendency of customers to repeatedly buy from the same brand or store. Brand loyalty, customer retention, repeat business, brand allegiance, shopping experience, the overall experience of shopping, including the atmosphere, service, and process. Shopping journey, retail experience, customer experience, store experience, retail sales, the total amount of sales in a retail environment. Sales volume, store sales, retail transactions, purchase volume, market research, the process of gathering and analyzing information about consumers and the market. Consumer research, industry analysis, market analysis, consumer insights, cuisine, the style or method of cooking, especially from a particular country or region. Cooking style, food culture, culinary tradition, gastronomy, food culture, the traditions, practices, and rituals related to food in a particular community or region. Culinary traditions, food customs, dining habits, food heritage, diet, the kinds of food a person or community regularly eats. Eating habits, nutritional plan, food regimen, food intake, nutrition, the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Nourishment, dietetics, sustenance, food science, meal, an occasion where food is served, typically at breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Dish, feast, repast, banquet, recipe, a set of instructions for preparing a particular dish. Cooking instructions, cooking method, preparation guide, culinary formula, ingredients, the individual components or materials used in preparing a dish. Components, elements, materials, constituents, cooking methods, the techniques used to prepare food, e.g., frying, boiling, grilling. Cooking techniques, preparation methods, culinary methods, cooking styles, vegetarian, a person who does not eat meat or fish. Herbivore, non-meat eater, plant-based eater, veggie eater, vegan, a person who does not eat or use any animal products. Plant-based eater, non-animal eater, pure vegetarian, animal-free eater, organic food, food grown without the use of synthetic pesticides, fertilizers, or genetically modified organisms, GMOs. Natural food, chemical-free food, green food, non-GMO food, fast food, food that is prepared and served quickly, often in a standardized way. Junk food, quick food, convenience food, takeout food, healthy eating, eating in a way that promotes health, often by consuming a balanced variety of foods. Nutritious eating, wholesome eating, balanced diet, clean eating, balanced diet, a diet that includes a variety of different types of food to provide proper nutrition. Well-rounded diet, equilibrated diet, healthy diet, nutritionally balanced diet, special diet, a diet that excludes certain foods for health, ethical, or religious reasons. Restricted diet, custom diet, therapeutic diet, prescribed diet, food pyramid, a diagram that represents the ideal quantity and types of food for a healthy diet. Food guide, dietary chart, nutritional pyramid, healthy eating guide, processed food, food that has been altered from its original form through methods such as freezing or canning. Packaged food, pre-packaged food, canned food, ready-made food, local food, food that is produced and consumed within a specific local area. Regional food, locally grown food, indigenous food, homegrown food, international cuisine, cooking from various countries around the world, often combining different culinary traditions. World cuisine, global food, multinational dishes, international dishes, street food, ready-to-eat food sold on the street or in public places. Food stalls, outdoor food, quick snacks, local delicacies, gourmet, high-quality, sophisticated food prepared with special attention to detail. Fine dining, haute cuisine, upscale food, exquisite cuisine, appetizer, a small dish served before the main meal. Starter, hors d'oeuvre, first course, pre-meal dish, main course, the primary dish in a meal, typically larger and more substantial. Entree, principal dish, central dish, primary course, dessert, a sweet course typically eaten at the end of a meal. Sweet, after-dinner treat, pudding, confectionery, beverage, a liquid for drinking, such as tea, coffee, or juice. Drink, liquid refreshment, beverage item, refreshment, alcoholic drinks, drinks containing alcohol, such as beer, wine, or spirits. Alcohol, liquor, spirits, hard drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, beverages that do not contain alcohol, such as soda or juice. Soft drinks, refreshing drinks, non-alcoholic beverages, virgin drinks, caffeine, a stimulant found in coffee, tea, and certain sodas. Stimulant, energizer, energizing compound, caffeinated drink. Sugar intake, the amount of sugar consumed, typically in relation to health and nutrition. Sugar consumption, glucose intake, sweetener intake, sugary foods, food allergies, adverse immune responses to certain foods. Dietary sensitivities, food intolerances, allergic reactions, sensitivities, gluten-free, a diet or product that does not contain gluten, a protein found in wheat and related grains. Gluten-free products, wheat-free, celiac-friendly, non-gluten, lactose intolerance, the inability to digest lactose, a sugar found in milk and dairy products. Milk intolerance, dairy sensitivity, lactose sensitivity, dairy-free, food preservation, methods used to keep food from spoiling, such as canning or freezing. Food storage, food conservation, food keeping, shelf life extension, organic farming, farming methods that avoid synthetic chemicals and promote biodiversity. Sustainable farming, natural farming, eco-friendly farming, chemical-free farming, sustainability in food, practices aimed at producing food in a way that is environmentally responsible and viable. Eco-friendly eating, sustainable eating, green food production, environmentally conscious food, farm to table, a food movement focused on sourcing food directly from local farms to consumers. Locally sourced food, direct to consumer, local food movement, farm fresh, food waste, the act of discarding or not using edible food that could have been consumed. Wasted food, food loss, uneaten food, spoiled food, food security, the state of having reliable access to a sufficient quantity of affordable, nutritious food. Nutritional security, food availability, access to food, food availability, grocery shopping, the act of buying food and other household items from a store. Supermarket shopping, food shopping, market shopping, shopping for food, supermarket, the large self-service store that sells food and other household goods. Grocery store, hypermarket, food market, retail store, farmers market, a market where local farmers sell their fresh produce directly to consumers. Local market, produce market, farmers market, fresh food market, meal planning, the process of deciding in advance what meals to prepare and when. Menu planning, meal scheduling, meal preparation, diet planning, food labeling, information provided on food packaging regarding ingredients, nutritional value, etc., product labeling, ingredient listing, nutritional labeling, packaging info, portion control, managing the amount of food served to ensure appropriate portion sizes. Serving control, portion management, serving sizes, food quantity control, tasting menu, a menu offering a variety of small portions of different dishes, designed to provide a complete experience. Sampling menu, tasting platter, degustation menu, chef special, food pairing, the practice of matching different foods with appropriate beverages or other foods. Culinary pairing, food combination, pairing suggestion, flavor matching, dietary restrictions, limitations on the types or amounts of food a person can eat due to health, allergies, or lifestyle choices. Food limitations, dietary needs, eating restrictions, nutritional limits, food preparation, the process of getting food ready for cooking or consumption, including washing, chopping, and cooking. Cooking, meal prep, food processing, food handling, cooking class, a class in which people learn how to prepare and cook various dishes. Culinary class, cookery class, cooking workshop, kitchen lesson, food delivery, the service of bringing food from a restaurant or store directly to a customer's location. Home delivery, takeout service, meal delivery, delivery service, takeout, food that is ordered and taken away to be eaten elsewhere, often from a restaurant or fast food place. Takeaway, carryout, to-go, drive-through food, buffet, a self-service meal where guests serve themselves from a variety of dishes. Smorgasbord, all-you-can-eat, banquet, spread, food packaging, the materials used to contain, protect, and preserve food during transportation and storage. Packaging, wrapping, container, packing, nutrition facts, information provided on food packaging about its nutrient content, calories, fats, proteins, etc. Nutritional information, food label, ingredient details, calorie count, food intolerance, a condition in which certain foods cause discomfort or digestive issues in the body. Food sensitivity, digestive discomfort, food sensitivity, eating intolerance, baking, a cooking method involving dry heat, usually in an oven, to cook food such as bread, cakes, and pastries. Oven cooking, pastry making, roasting, cake baking, roasting, cooking food, typically meat or vegetables, by dry heat in an oven. Grilling, baking, broiling, slow cooking, grilling, cooking food over direct heat, typically on a grill or barbecue. Barbecuing, broiling, searing, charbroiling, frying, cooking food in hot oil or fat. Deep frying, pan frying, stir frying, sautéing, boiling, cooking food by submerging it in water or broth at a high temperature. Simmering, stewing, poaching, blanching, steaming, cooking food by exposing it to steam rather than boiling water. Vapor cooking, boiling with steam, stewing, heat cooking, sautéing, cooking food quickly in a small amount of fat over high heat. Pan frying, stir frying, browning, shallow frying, marinating, soaking food, especially meat, in a flavored liquid to enhance its taste before cooking. Soaking, seasoning, tenderizing, infusing, culinary skills, the knowledge and ability to prepare food professionally or creatively. Cooking skills, kitchen techniques, cooking expertise, gastronomic ability, food innovation, the creation of new food products, cooking techniques, or food trends. Culinary innovation, food development, cooking creativity, gastronomic invention, food trends, popular styles or preferences in food consumption at a particular time. Culinary trends, eating habits, food fashions, dining trends, fusion cuisine, a style of cooking that combines ingredients or techniques from different culinary traditions. Hybrid cuisine, blended cuisine, cross-cultural cooking, international fusion, ethnic food, food that is characteristic of a particular cultural or regional group. Cultural cuisine, regional dishes, traditional food, national cuisine, comfort food, simple, hearty food that is often associated with nostalgia or emotional comfort. Home-style food, familiar food, hearty food, soul food, food preparation time, the amount of time needed to prepare a dish before cooking or serving. Cooking time, preparation duration, meal prep time, pre-cooking time, dining out, eating at a restaurant rather than at home. Restaurant dining, eating out, dining in a restaurant, going to restaurants, catering, providing food and drinks for events, typically by a professional service. Event catering, party food service, food provision, banquet service, food blogger, a person who writes about food, recipes, or food-related topics on a blog or social media. Culinary blogger, recipe creator, food influencer, gastronomy writer, sustainable food, food that is produced in an environmentally responsible and socially equitable way. Eco-friendly food, green food, environmentally conscious food, responsible eating, zero-waste cooking, cooking methods aimed at reducing or eliminating food waste. Waste-free cooking, eco-friendly cooking, sustainable cooking, food waste reduction. Food chain, the sequence of processes by which food is produced and consumed, often involving various organisms. Food web, trophic chain, ecological food chain, consumption cycle, ingredient, a component part or element used in the preparation of a dish. Component, element, part, constituent, dish, a specific food prepared and served as part of a meal. Course, meal, entree, serving, flavor, the distinctive taste of a food or drink, created by a combination of its ingredients and spices. Taste, savor, aroma, palate, spice, a dried seed, fruit, or bark used to flavor food, such as pepper or cinnamon. Seasoning, herb, flavoring, condiment, herb, a plant used for flavoring food or as a medicine, such as basil, rosemary, or thyme. Plant, seasoning, spice, aromatic, culinary, relating to cooking or the preparation of food. Cooking, gastronomic, kitchen-related, food-related, chef, a professional cook, especially the chief cook in a restaurant. Cook, head chef, kitchen manager, culinary expert, cook, a person who prepares food, typically in a domestic or professional kitchen. Chef, culinary artist, food preparer, kitchen staff, sauce, a liquid or semi-liquid substance served with food to add flavor, moisture, or richness. Condiment, gravy, dressing, dip, pastry, a type of dough used to make sweet or savory baked goods, such as pies or tarts. Baked goods, pie crust, confectionery, dough, organic, food produced without synthetic chemicals or genetically modified organisms. Natural, chemical-free, non-GMO, eco-friendly, seasonal, foods that are produced and consumed according to the time of year. Harvest time, time-sensitive, freshly available, local produce, food that is grown or produced in a particular area, often close to where it is consumed. Local food, regional food, fresh produce, homegrown, casual dining, a style of restaurant service that is informal and typically offers a wide variety of dishes. Informal dining, relaxed dining, family-friendly dining, comfortable dining, a la carte, a menu where each item is priced separately, rather than as part of a set meal. Menu selection, individually priced dishes, separate menu, custom order, set menu, a menu offering a fixed number of courses at a fixed price. Fixed menu, preset menu, prefix, housing, buildings or structures in which people live, such as homes or apartments. Accommodation, shelter, residence, living quarters, accommodation, a place where someone can live or stay, such as a house, apartment, or room. Lodging, dwelling, housing, residence, real estate, property consisting of land or buildings, and the business of buying, selling, or renting properties. Property, land, realty, estate, property, a piece of land or real estate, including the buildings or other structures on it. Real estate, asset, building, premises, landlord, the owner of a building or property who rents it out to others. Property owner, landholder, owner, lessor, tenant, a person who rents or leases a property from a landlord. Renter, occupant, leaseholder, resident, rental, the act of leasing or renting a property, also refers to the payment made for the use of a property. Lease, rent, letting, hire, lease, a legal agreement allowing someone to rent property for a specific period of time. Rental agreement, tenancy agreement, contract, letting, rent, the money paid by a tenant to a landlord for the use of a property. Lease payment, rental fee, tenancy payment, charge, mortgage, a loan used to purchase a property, typically with the property itself as collateral. Home loan, property loan, housing loan, loan agreement, down payment, an initial payment made when purchasing a property, typically a percentage of the total cost. Initial payment, deposit, advance payment, prepayment, home loan, a loan specifically used to buy a home, often with the home as collateral. Mortgage, property loan, housing loan, home financing, buy-to-let, a property purchased with the intention of renting it out to tenants. Investment property, rental property, buy-to-rent property, letting investment, ownership, the state or fact of owning something, particularly property. Possession, title, holding, proprietorship, homeownership, the condition of owning one's home rather than renting it. Property ownership, house ownership, ownership rights, possession, household, the people living in a single dwelling, considered as a unit. Family, residence, home, dwelling, shared accommodation, a living arrangement where several people live together in one property, sharing common areas. Co-living, shared housing, house share, group living, roommate, a person who shares a rented accommodation with others. Flatmate, housemate, co-tenant, shared resident, flatmate, a person with whom one shares a flat or apartment. Roommate, housemate, co-resident, co-tenant, apartment, a self-contained unit within a building, typically for one family or person. Flat, unit, suite, condo, house, a building used as a home for individuals or families. Home, dwelling, residence, abode, condo, condominium, a type of apartment building in which each unit is individually owned, while the common areas are shared. Apartment, flat, unit, co-op, studio apartment, a small apartment consisting of one main room, typically without separate bedrooms. Efficiency apartment, one-room flat, bachelor apartment, loft, detached house, a standalone house that is not physically connected to any other buildings. Freestanding house, independent house, single-family home, private house, semi-detached house, a house that is joined to another house on one side, but not on the other. Duplex, twin home, double house, side-by-side house, townhouse, a narrow, multi-story house that shares walls with other houses in a row, but has its own entrance. Row house, terrace house, link house, attached home, bungalow, a single-story house, typically with a large porch or garden. Single-story house, cottage, ranch house, one-level house, villa, a large, luxurious house, typically in a rural or suburban location. Mansion, estate, country house, residence, duplex, a house that is divided into two separate units, with separate entrances. Two-family home, two-unit house, semi-detached house, bi-level house, penthouse, a luxurious apartment located on the top floor of a building, often with a terrace or large windows. Top-floor apartment, luxury flat, rooftop apartment, exclusive apartment, loft, a large, open-plan apartment or living space, often converted from a former industrial building. Open-plan apartment, attic apartment, studio loft, converted flat, sublet, to lease or rent out a property or part of a property to another person, typically while still under contract. Sublease, lease transfer, temporary rental, short-term let, furnished, a property that comes with essential furniture and appliances. Equipped, fully furnished, pre-furnished, ready to move in, unfurnished, a property that does not come with furniture and appliances. Bare, empty, furniture-free, without furniture, partially furnished, a property that includes some, but not all, necessary furniture and appliances. Semi-furnished, lightly furnished, incomplete furnishing, partly equipped, renting versus buying, the decision between leasing a property or purchasing it outright. Renting versus owning, leasing versus buying, tenancy versus ownership, rent or by decision, tenant rights, legal rights that protect tenants from unfair treatment by landlords. Renters' rights, leaseholder rights, tenant protections, tenant's entitlement, deposit, an amount of money paid up front, often as a security for renting or purchasing. Down payment, prepayment, initial payment, security payment, security deposit, a payment made by a tenant to cover potential damage to the property, refundable if no damage occurs. Damage deposit, refundable deposit, caution money, deposit fee, eviction, the legal process by which a tenant is forced to leave a property. Expulsion, removal, displacement, forcible removal, utility bills, regular payments for services such as water, electricity, and gas, used in a property. Service bills, household bills, utility payments, monthly charges, maintenance, the process of keeping a property in good condition through regular repairs and servicing. Upkeep, care, repair work, servicing, repairs, fixing or mending broken or damaged property, appliances, or utilities. Restoration, fixing, renovation, mending. Building regulations, rules that govern the construction, alteration, and demolition of buildings to ensure safety and legality. Construction codes, safety standards, building laws, zoning requirements, housing market, the market in which properties are bought, sold, and rented. Property market, real estate market, housing economy, property exchange, supply and demand, the economic principle that determines prices based on the availability of goods and services versus demand. Market forces, economic balance, price determinants, demand-supply dynamics, property taxes, taxes levied on property ownership, typically paid to local governments. Real estate tax, land tax, estate tax, property levy. Real estate agent, a person or business who helps clients buy, sell, or rent properties. Property agent, estate agent, realtor, broker. Open house, an event where a property is made available for viewing by potential buyers or renters. Property viewing, house showing, open viewing, affordable rent, rent that is reasonable and within financial means, typically related to income levels. Reasonable rent, budget rent, low-cost rent, economical rent, home improvement, the process of renovating or upgrading a home to enhance its functionality or aesthetics. Home renovation, property upgrade, house remodeling, interior redesign, home extension, the act of adding additional space to an existing home, such as a new room or floor. House expansion, property extension, home addition, building extension, building permits, official approval from a local authority to construct or modify a building. Construction permits, authorization, planning approval, regulatory clearance, new build, a property that is newly constructed and has never been inhabited. Newly built property, newly constructed, brand new home, freshly built, old property, a property that has been in existence for a long time, often requiring repairs or updates. Pre-owned property, historic property, vintage home, aged property, home security, measures taken to protect a home from intruders, burglary, or damage. Burglar alarm, security system, surveillance, safety measures, gardens and yards, outdoor areas around a home used for planting, recreation, or relaxation. Backyard, lawn, garden space, outdoor area, home decoration, the process of arranging and designing the interior of a home with decorative items. Interior decor, home styling, room design, decorative touches, interior design, the art and practice of planning and decorating the interior of a building to make it aesthetically pleasing. Home design, room planning, space design, decoration, renovation, the process of improving or modernizing a building or space, often by repairing or altering existing structures. Remodeling, restoration, refurbishment, upgrading, insulation, materials used in buildings to prevent heat loss or gain, helping to maintain a comfortable indoor temperature. Thermal barrier, heat protection, soundproofing, insulating material, heating, a system or method for warming a building, especially during cold weather. Central heating, radiators, heating system, warmth system, air conditioning, a system used to cool and dehumidify the air inside a building. AC unit, cooling system, climate control, refrigeration system, public transport access, availability of public transport options, such as buses or trains, near a property. Transport links, bus routes, train access, commute facilities, parking space, an area designated for parking vehicles. Car park, parking spot, parking lot, vehicle space, storage space, an area where items can be stored, such as in closets, attics, or basements. Storage area, storing room, storage unit, cupboard space, location, the place or position where a property is situated, which can affect its value or appeal. Site, area, position, neighborhood, commute, the regular travel between home and work, usually over a long distance. Travel, journey, daily travel, transportation, cost-effective housing, housing that provides good value for the money spent, offering reasonable prices for quality living. Affordable housing, value housing, budget housing, economical housing, real estate boom, a period of rapid growth and high demand in the real estate market, often leading to rising prices. Property boom, housing surge, real estate growth, market expansion, housing affordability, the ability of individuals or families to access housing that fits within their financial means. Affordable housing, budget housing, housing access, cost-effective living, sustainable housing, housing designed and built to be environmentally friendly, with a focus on energy efficiency and minimal environmental impact. Eco-friendly housing, green housing, energy-efficient homes, environmentally conscious housing, flat, a self-contained living unit in a building, typically used for residential purposes. Apartment, unit, condo, studio, condominium, a building or complex of buildings with individually owned units, often with shared common areas. Condo, flat, apartment, residential unit, studio, a small, typically one-room apartment that combines living, sleeping, and kitchen areas. Studio apartment, efficiency apartment, bachelor apartment, open-plan apartment, cottage, a small, typically rural house, often used for vacations or as a second home. Cabin, small house, chalet, bungalow, mansion, a large, luxurious house, often with extensive grounds and high-end features. Estate, manor, villa, manor house, dormitory, a large room or building with many sleeping areas, typically used in institutions like schools or hostels. Hostel room, sleeping quarters, shared room, bunkhouse, hostel, a budget-friendly accommodation, typically offering shared rooms and facilities for travelers. Guest house, inn, budget accommodation, lodging, a place to stay, often temporary, for travelers or guests. Accommodation, room, inn, boarding, tenancy, the possession or occupancy of land or property by lease or rent. Leasehold, renting, occupancy, rental agreement, realtor, a person or company that helps clients buy, sell, or rent properties. Real estate agent, property broker, realtor agent, property manager, a person or company responsible for overseeing the management, maintenance, and leasing of properties. Property supervisor, building manager, facility manager, property administrator, utilities, services such as water, electricity, gas, and sewage that are provided to a property. Essential services, public services, energy services, utility providers, furnishing, the process of providing furniture and essential items for a home. Furniture, decor, interior, equipment, decoration, the process or style of making the interior of a property attractive by adding items such as pictures, plants, or ornaments. Home decor, interior styling, design, arrangement, cooling, the process of lowering the temperature inside a building, often using air conditioning or fans. Air conditioning, refrigeration, ventilation, climate control, appliances, machines or devices used in the home for tasks such as cooking, cleaning, or cooling. Devices, equipment, tools, household items, shared housing, a living arrangement where multiple people live together in one property, sharing common areas. Co-living, house share, room sharing, communal living, community living, living with others in a shared environment where resources and spaces are shared. Cooperative housing, shared housing, collaborative living, group living, suburb, a residential area on the outskirts of a city, often quieter and less crowded than urban centers. Outskirts, suburban area, residential district, suburban neighborhood, property value, the worth or market price of a property, determined by factors such as location, size, and condition. Market value, real estate value, appraised value, house price, gated community, a residential area with controlled access, typically with walls, gates, or security guards. Enclosed community, secure community, private development, restricted access area, squatter, a person who occupies an empty or abandoned property without permission from the owner. Trespasser, occupier, illegal resident, unlawful occupant, athlete, a person who competes in one or more sports or physical activities. Sportsperson, competitor, player, contestant, competition, a contest or event where people or teams compete against each other. Contest, tournament, match, race, training, the process of practicing or learning skills to improve performance in sports or activities. Practice, drills, preparation, exercise, fitness, the condition of being physically healthy and strong, usually achieved through exercise. Health, physical condition, wellness, strength, exercise, physical activity performed to improve health or fitness. Workout, training, activity, practice, team, a group of players working together to achieve a common goal in sports or activities. Squad, group, crew, league, coach, a person who trains and directs athletes or teams. Trainer, mentor, instructor, guide. Referee, an official who oversees a game or match and ensures that the rules are followed. Umpire, official, arbiter, judge, match, a competitive game or contest between two players or teams. Game, contest, event, fixture, tournament, a series of matches or competitions, typically with elimination rounds, leading to a winner. Championship, contest, league, cup, league, a group of sports teams or individuals that compete against each other in a regular schedule. Division, conference, association, group, championship, a competition to determine the best player or team in a sport or activity. Final, title, contest, tournament, medal, a medal award given to the winners of a competition or event. Trophy, prize, award, decoration, victory, the act of winning or succeeding in a competition or challenge. Win, triumph, conquest, success, defeat, the act of losing or being beaten in a competition. Loss, beating, setback, downfall, score, the total points, goals, or runs made in a game or competition. Points, result, tally, outcome, goal, a point scored in a game when the ball or puck crosses a designated line or target area. Point, score, target, track, a path or course for racing, often used in athletics and motorsports. Racecourse, route, circuit, pathway, field, a large outdoor area, often grass, used for sports like soccer or football. Court, arena, pitch, ground, stadium, a large structure with seats for spectators, used for sports and other public events. Arena, coliseum, bowl, amphitheater, gymnasium, a building or room equipped for physical exercise or indoor sports. Gym, fitness center, exercise room, sports hall, marathon, a long-distance race, usually 42.195 kilometers, 26.2 miles, often held as a competition. Long-distance race, endurance race, ultra race, race, triathlon, an event that involves swimming, cycling, and running in succession. Multi-sport event, endurance competition, Ironman, multi-discipline event, cycling, the activity of riding a bicycle, often as a sport or exercise. Biking, bicycling, pedaling, bike riding, swimming, the activity or sport of moving through water by using the arms and legs. Water sports, aquatics, stroke, diving, running, the activity of moving at a speed faster than walking, often for exercise or competition. Jogging, sprinting, racing, footrace, jumping, the act of pushing off the ground with the feet to gain height or distance. Leaping, hopping, vaulting, bouncing, throwing, the action of propelling an object, such as a ball, through the air. Tossing, flinging, pitching, casting, gymnastics, a sport that involves exercises requiring physical strength, flexibility, and coordination. Acrobatics, tumbling, physical training, floor exercises, yoga, a practice involving physical postures, breath control, and meditation for mental and physical well-being. Meditation, stretching, asana, mindfulness practice, Pilates, a form of exercise that focuses on strengthening muscles while improving postural alignment and flexibility. Core training, flexibility exercises, strengthening, resistance training, martial arts, a system of combat practices used for self-defense, competition, or physical fitness. Combat sports, self-defense, fighting arts, defense techniques, boxing, a combat sport in which two opponents fight with their fists while wearing gloves. Fighting, punching, boxing match, combat sport, wrestling, a sport involving grappling techniques, throws, and pins to defeat an opponent. Grappling, mat fighting, takedown, combat wrestling, weightlifting, a sport that involves lifting heavy weights, typically in competition. Powerlifting, strength training, lifting, barbell training, bodybuilding, the practice of strengthening and enlarging muscles through exercise, particularly weight training. Muscle building, strength training, fitness training, physique competition, aerobics, a form of physical exercise that combines rhythmic aerobic movements with stretching. Cardio exercise, fitness routine, high-impact exercise, endurance workout, dance, a physical activity consisting of rhythmic movements, often performed to music. Ballet, hip-hop, modern dance, choreography, hiking, walking in natural environments, often in mountainous or scenic areas, for enjoyment or exercise. Trekking, walking, trail walking, mountain climbing, climbing, the sport or activity of scaling rocks, mountains, or artificial climbing walls. Mountaineering, rock climbing, bouldering, indoor climbing, surfing, a sport in which a person rides on the crest of a wave while standing on a surfboard. Wave riding, board surfing, sea surfing, ocean surfing, skating, the act of gliding on ice or a smooth surface using skates. Ice skating, roller skating, inline skating, skateboarding, skiing, a sport in which individuals or teams race or perform on snow-covered slopes on skis. Snowboarding, cross-country skiing, alpine skiing, ski jumping, snowboarding, a winter sport in which an individual rides a snowboard on snow-covered slopes. Skiing, downhill boarding, freestyle boarding, winter sports, diving, the sport or activity of plunging into water, often from a platform or boat. Scuba diving, high diving, cliff diving, underwater diving, fishing, the activity of catching fish, typically as a sport or for food. Angling, catching fish, fly fishing, sport fishing.